and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see them, and thanks for tuning in to the NBA. And this should be a fun one, a clash at the center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good center.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the 3 spot. Watson's shot is good.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Now, here's Fox. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
And the Spurs with possession. The Nuggets hitting the bucket. Now Watson. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Ball's knocked loose. Fox with the steal. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Fox.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And it's Jokic in the corner. It's up a 3. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And Fox gets it to go.
I'll tell you what, Fox shooting now in rhythm. You got to respect also his decision-making, really getting a good feel for how the D is playing.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Outside for Wembanyama. And a miss there on the triple. Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Watson's shot is off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. Fires for 3. Fox, no good. Here's Denver now. Here's Jokic. Finished off the break.
And you got to be aware of where Jokic is on the break. Analyzes transition situations and takes advantage of it.
21st pick in the 2022 draft, Christian Brown. He won a title with Denver during his rookie year. And their coach, Michael Malone, used him in certain situations, and he flourished.
Well, Kevin, he won a college championship the year before, This guy's played in a lot of high-pressure games, and that is what has given Michael Malone the confidence to go with him. He was ready for those moments.
Ready indeed. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 7 points for Jokic.
Just so physical inside. Even with contact, Jokic able to fight through.
And Wembanyama outside. Oh, good with the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And that one's good, Jokic.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now, here's Fox. Inside, here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. On defense, the Nuggets. Here's Fox. For the three. Buries it from three-point range. Fox has got 5 minutes.
And no doubt Fox has a scorer's mentality. He is constantly in attack mode.
Here's Brown. Hasn't made one yet. From deep three-point land, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Spurs. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So, here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
I love that assessment, but I do think you're his peer.
Not in any way.
Here's Castle. Barnes the screen. Pass to Castle. Off target from three-point range.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And it's Gordon missing. San Antonio leading. On the wing, Barnes. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Barnes has got his first 3 points of the game.
How about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Here's Jokic. He's got 12. Gordon with a screen on Wembanyama. Jokic passes to Gordon. 5 to shoot. Jokic trying to free himself up.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama helping him knock away that one.
Fox finds Barnes. Up top, Fox. Jokic defending. Wembanyama outside. Off target from outside. The Nuggets trail by 5. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Wembanyama looking it over. Takes the 3.
And look at how well Jokic uses that size defensively there with a great contest on the shot.
Spurs leading by 5. Here's Fox. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 3 assists in the game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Murray against Vassell. To end the drought. Murray, no good.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Wembanyama outside. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Vassell against Murray.
Nuggets.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
1:31 left to play in the first half. Outside, Fox. It's Wembanyama, top of the key. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 7. Pass to Brown. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Castle.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Back to Wembanyama. Over Gordon. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. 14 feet away. Here's Brown. Still yet to score. They need this. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Fox. It's blocked. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Here's Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Watson. Gordon with it. It could go. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
The forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the center. That's the San Antonio Five. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season.
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Screen by Sharge. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. Spurs leading by 4. Paul kicks to Johnson. Back to Paul. Pass to Champagny. Offline with his 3. Denver's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. We know very few players in the league, Stan, can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can, don't we?
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size. He's got that high release, and he gets it off quick. When he's shooting it well, he can take over a game.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things.
Here's Paul after the Nuggets pick up 2. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got 5 points in the quarter.
A master at finding angles to finish. Chris Paul uses quickness to his advantage.
Right side, Porter. Here's Strother, covered by Johnson. They get it again. Porter passes to Westbrook. Sharge outside. And he hits the jump shot. Sharge has got the game tied up here for the Nuggets. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
You know what? Trying to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Paul for 3. In the corner, Sohan with it. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Here's Strother. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. There's a screen by Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Westbrook. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Paul surveying the floor. There's the drive, and it's blocked. And pushing it up, here's Denver. And he goes in for the dunk.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. His court awareness is really impressive.
Paul with the ball, now guarded by Sharge. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Sharge outside. And the foul on Jeremy Sohan. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. And good that time.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Here's Mamu Kelishvili. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Strother. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Down low, the kick out to Westbrook. Over Paul. And that one released in time, but no good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nugget. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. And Denver will start the 4th quarter with. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the 3 spot. It's hauled in by Watson. The Nuggets leading by 6. Pass to Gordon. The tray. And again, Denver with the triple.
And when his jumper's going down, Gordon's game goes to another level.
Fox, a screen on Jokic. Looking to get back on track here. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against the guy that good.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the bucket by the Spurs. And it's Gordon missing.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And so here's Denver, following the 3-pointer by San Antonio. And it's Murray penetrating, and he converts the layup. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is Murray at his best, probing inside and finding avenues to the basket using that athleticism.
Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, put so much pressure on the defense.
And you think Murray all about scoring, but Murray is about what helps his team win.
Outside, Fox. To the paint. Jokic with the steal. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Here's Brown. Fires top of the key. And there's another one for the Nuggets. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Barnes down low. He's against Gordon. And the dunk by Barnes.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Brown. Murray, the pass to Brown. 5 on the clock. Murray kicks to Watson. Lets it fly from 18. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Vassell, the pass to Barnes. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
The Nuggets with another miss. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wembanyama outside. Going inside. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
The players under video review under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the
The
play.
original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So the Nuggets win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy.
Great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Here are the five for the Lakers. They've got Hayes. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's James in a two-guard. Doncic, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
In the open, few better than Fox. A great finisher with tremendous speed.
And James has got the ball here for the Lakers. Hayes up top. And finished off by Hayes.
The selfless attitude of James. When someone on his team has a clean look, he feeds him.
And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake. He is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Hayes finds James. Back to Hayes. And that one is hammered home.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Now here's Vassell. Wembanyama screen. Back to Fox. Outside Barnes. 5 to shoot. Spurs need to get one up here. The three from Wembanyama. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Doncic. Banked it in off the glass.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
James against Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Fox. Vassell, a screen on James. Pulls up at the elbow. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. The Lakers lead by 4. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. And this summer saw the passing of Laker legend, 3-time Basketball Hall of Famer, the logo, Jerry West, an all-star every year of his outstanding playing career before going on to have such a successful career as a coach and as an executive. Guys, this league will bear his imprint forever. Jerry West will be missed.
An all-time great. Okay, Shams, thank you. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Victor Wembanyama is looking to make the Spurs a contender. He said, my hunger is bigger than ever to win and compete. I can get so much better, and this is what I'm trying to do every game, every week, and every month. There's no need to be frustrated. I keep my long-term goals in mind.
Passion and patience. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Here's Fox, following the score by Los Angeles. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Fox. Wembanyama with it. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside. And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Castle. First personal foul. First team foul.
So it's Los Angeles now. It's a 3-point game.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Oh, he touched it while it was over the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. The Lakers lead by 3. James, a screen on Fox. And here's Doncic outside. Barnes with the rebound. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. Fox surveying the D. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Look at Fox fearlessly going inside, hunting for a higher percentage look.
Here's Doncic. And the layup falls. Doncic has got 6.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Spurs trail by 3. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fox against James. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home.
And there's James from the arc. Hits the 3-pointer. James has got his second basket.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
No good on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Los Angeles up 4. And if you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And the shot's good. The Lakers in the lead. And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7'4". Skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
against Doncic. Outside for Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama reaches up and throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Hayes finds Doncic. The three is up. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Fox with the ball. Finney-Smith's there. Outside Barnes. Beyond the arc. The Lakers with a rebound. From deep, here's Doncic. The Lakers with another miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure he'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to keep the possession. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hachimura.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Pass to Castle. Six on the shot clock. Inside. And stolen by Hayes. Doncic against Fox. It's James on the wing. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside. I'll tell you, when Wemby starts driving, how do you stop the pull-up? I mean, there's just no way.
Fox against Doncic. James, a screen on Fox. Oh, Luka playing grown man ball inside.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Fox goes in. Outside for Wembanyama. Pass to Castle. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. .152 left in the first half of basketball. Vassell with it. Finney-Smith's there. Just 5 on the clock. Connects from downtown. Barnes has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. The Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys.
There's a minute 17 left in the second period. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Here's Castle. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Doncic against Fox. Doncic with it. He's got 10. Count it. Doncic has got 12 points in the game.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Wembanyama, screen on James. Outside for Wembanyama. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Lynn's checked in for the Lakers.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket. Big day for their backcourt. Their guards have really set the tone for the rest of this team.
Pass to Wembanyama. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of this game. Three-pointer. He can't hit that time. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Los Angeles leading by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
And the Lakers, looking at who they've got. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. He's out there with Alex Len. Austin Reeves out there with Maxi Kleber. And it's Goodwin in at the shooting guard position. Here's Vanderbilt. Ooh, good finish at the rack off a slick feed.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. Off target with the 3. The Lakers lead by 3. It's Reeves with the drive. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Not exactly sure what the defense is thinking. You know he's going to be aggressive coming out of the half.
Ball finds Johnson. The kick out to Paul. Sohan, left side. 4-3. The shot misses. Good D by Vanderbilt. Now Los Angeles with it. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Paul against Reeves. There's the screen by Lynn. And that one drops. And now a 7-point Laker lead.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Left side, Paul. That one's good for 2.
I love how creative Paul is at penetrating inside. Talented at reading angles and exploiting the holes in the D.
Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together and the future looks bright.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Ryan, there's a lot of room for growth for the Spurs, even with their rising star, Victor Wembanyama, who said, I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time before we contend for a title. I'm ready for anything and ready to sacrifice. I'm patient, but I'm not wasting time. Ryan, plenty of motivation.
Chasing greatness is what they're doing, Allie. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
Jacks up a 3. Drills it from deep. Mamukelashvili's got 5.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Pass to Vanderbilt.
2 minutes remaining in the
Reeves against Paul. Vanderbilt, a screen on Paul. It's Reeves with the drive. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Pass to Lynn. Shoots over Paul. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And starting with their defense, they've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Paul against Reeves. Paul passes to Mamukelashvili. Back to Paul. Lets the 3 fly. Len pulls it in. The Lakers lead by 8. Outside Reeves. Down low. Goodwin passes to Reeves. From outside the arc, drains the triple. And now an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
Oh, my goodness! Throw it down! Come on! Oh, some serious power to finish that one off.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Here's Mamukelashvili, and the layup is good off the glass. Mamukelashvili's got 7 points.
You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Lakers on top. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
First personal foul.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Fox outside. That three's off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 13. And there's James from the arc. Nails it from 3.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a three-point basket.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Hachimura from long range. Vassell with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Wembanyama, effortless inside.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
The Lakers on D. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama missing.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Doncic. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Wembanyama against James. The fader. Another miss by Wembanyama. Los Angeles leading by 16. Pass to James. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
I like how fast Bron makes decisions, reading the defense ahead of time, rising and shooting with confidence.
Outside Wembanyama. With the fadeaway. James with the rebound.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
The Spurs have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Outside for Wembanyama. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Wembanyama's got 20 points.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Here's Doncic. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 8 rebounds in the game. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now.
2 minutes.
Pass to Vassell. Wembanyama with it. Guarded now by Finney Smith. Clock at 4. And Wembanyama missing. Los Angeles leading by 16. Doncic on the wing. He's covered by Fox.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Here's Wembanyama. It's good from about 19 feet. He's got 22.
The refined jumper of Wembanyama. You just never see that in a man of his height.
Hayes attacking. James outside. It's going to be on LeBron James. That'll be a second foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
First team foul.
1:10 left in the fourth quarter here.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Lakers.
And they were on fire tonight. Fantastic offensive performance, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they really shot the ball well. I mean, their coach has to be beyond thrilled with how well they played.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for LeBron James.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
Outside for Wembanyama. And Wembanyama missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Wembanyama against James. Doncic outside. Launches a three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForte.
To be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And now the Lakers starting group. You've got Hachimura. Doncic out there with James. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Hayes in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Doncic passes to Hayes. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
That's the weight room strength of Doncic right there. Fully displayed.
Here's Brown. Guarded by Doncic.
You gotta have some guts and guile to take it to the bucket strong despite the big fella standing in the way.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heels.
And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That's his first foul. Now, here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded. The 3. Rebound by the Nuggets.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Nice to see Jokic running the floor like this because he makes himself a big target in transition.
Here's Hachimura after the Nuggets pick up 2. Over in the corner, Doncic. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Luka uses his body to create space and then finds the inside look.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, the Nuggets head coach gave me a few minutes. Now, LeBron always #1 on the scouting report. Coach said on top of being a physically dominant player, he's like an extra coach on the court, able to control the game with his basketball IQ alone. Kevin, a big challenge to handle the mental challenge of LeBron James. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David.
Luka with so many physical gifts, taking flight right there.
James against Murray. Pass to Jokic. Takes a 3. Hachimura grabs the miss. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 4-point game. No good on the triple. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Nikola Jokic, Clark, is as skilled a big as we have seen. And when he has the ball, he can really affect the opposition.
Yeah, he's such a great passer, and he's got tremendous size. I mean, people forget because he's pretty nimble and agile that he's, right at 7 feet tall, 7'1", with really long arms. So he's a problem just from the size standpoint. Then you factor in his otherworldly skills as a passer, as a shot maker, as a basketball player. And now you've got something that's as unique as we've seen in, I think, the history of the game.
Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Watson with it. Shoots the 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Elite vision from Jokic. Knows exactly where his teammates are at all times and recognizes the defense, too.
Doncic looking it over. And they call an illegal screen here.
Now, beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen, easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And you know finishes like this get Murray pumped up. He's a big-time dunker off the drive now. He'll sneak punch you if you're not careful.
And Doncic throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Denver with the ball. After the basket by Los Angeles. And Jokic throws it down.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
Doncic outside. And he banks in the layup. Doncic has got 14 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Los Angeles Lakers. He totaled 14 points. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got LeBron James. Jackson Hayes is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3.
Speed and power and the ability to finish with both hands make LeBron James's drives deadly.
Here's Brown. And he drops it in from the low post. Brown's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And though the Nuggets have some excellent outside shooters, Clark, they've been more prolific inside the arc the last couple years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they were an extreme example of that, Kevin. First in the league in two-point attempts, and then dead last, almost dead last, in three-point attempts. Not what most people would think when looking at the Nuggets.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. No one near James as he lets it go. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. Murray against LeBron. Shoots from the elbow. The Lakers with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Got a piece of it, and stolen by LeBron. James, what a thing of beauty from James.
As soon as he got the ball, LeBron was full steam ahead.
Here's Brown, and that one is hammered home.
And how about that instant response? Don't try to throw down on his team. It just gets them fired up.
And that's the result. They launch an assault on the basket.
I think the stakes just got raised a little bit.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by Watson. The Nuggets trail by 5. And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, Without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's the lob, and LeBron flies through the air.
Superb timing by LeBron on that alley-oop.
Murray scanning the floor. Down low. Jokic kicks to Murray. Back to Jokic. A slam by Jokic.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
James sets the screen for Doncic. To the left wing. Stolen. There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. Murray down low. Covered by LeBron. Jokic, big man with the triple.
Well, Jokic is a judicious three-point shooter, so you know he likes the look when he takes one.
James, no good. Nuggets are gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And stolen by LeBron. To the wing right side. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Hayes throws it down.
Really good pass from Finney Smith. He understands that you can't squeeze that orange if you got somebody ready to catch and shoot.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Watson's shot is off.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
They've got Michael Porter. He's out there with Sharpish. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
And, you know, when you foul Porter Jr., you better foul him like you mean it. Or it'll be an and 1, just like it was there.
Well, Michael Porter Jr. is one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
And that size that he brings to that sweet stroke makes it hard to get to a shot. 6'10", shoots it with confidence, shoots it with great fluidity. And, man, is he special. And he's worked through some injury trouble early in his career. And now he's one of the more lethal front court players in the league on the perimeter.
Here's Strother. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Vanderbilt. Reeves outside. Vanderbilt a screen on Westbrook. Reeves against Westbrook. Pocket 6. A 3-pointer off the mark. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 1.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. It's Westbrook with the drive. Pass to Strother. Over Goodwin. And again, Denver no good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Here's Saric. Lays it up off the glass.
Saric knows he has the touch needed to capitalize inside.
Reeves against Westbrook. Reeves drives in. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line.
That's his first.
They get Russell Westbrook. Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
Lakers leading by 3. Here's Reeves. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Here's Najee, and he uses the glass on the lane.
You allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Goodwin finds Reeves. Second half of playing. We're 3 minutes into the third here. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Porter looking it over. Pass to Sharch. Back to Porter. Over Goodwin. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Porter.
Like the poise that time from Porter Jr. there. Did not let the clock rush him on that shot.
Clark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
Here's Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Austin Reeves picks one up.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
And the second free throw, good. Lakers leading by 3. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 53s a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. Sharch looking around. Pass to Najee. Wide open shot is on the money. Najee's got his second bucket.
And obviously a total team player. Sharich is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That's his 3rd personal foul. 13 foul.
19 seconds left in the 3rd. Vanderbilt a screen on Westbrook. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Reeves. He's covered by Westbrook. And it's Goodwin missing. Gets it off. The shot, no good. And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Lakers ahead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So for the Lakers right now, James is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then there's Hayes. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward spot. And it's Gordon missing. Los Angeles leading by 5. Doncic outside, and Hayes throws it down.
Doncic, so multifaceted, a stat sheet stuffer supreme. He does everything, including dropping down.
Watson surveying the D. At the elbow, Murray. Here's Brown. Guarded by Doncic. A nice shot by Brown.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's James. LeBron stuffs it home.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Pass to Hayes. At the elbow, Doncic. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Shoots from 14. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one. Doncic outside. And the call on the folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
From Los Angeles, Luka Doncic taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. The officials have 2 minutes to review the play.
Original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it with double checking, and the game continues on.
You know, one of the things I like about watching Doncic is the pace he plays at. You're not going to speed him up. He plays at his pace, the pace he dictates.
Here's Murray up on top. James defending, and it's denied. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Nuggets ball.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Murray, the pass to Gordon. Misses the 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
To the middle. And Hayes throws it down.
And what can you say about an alley-oop from that far away?
You can't say anything. It was pure beauty.
It was a Hail Mary for sure. A long-distance bomb.
And Jokic throws it down.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Here's the screen. Doncic outside. Pass to James. Doncic with a screen for James. And James throws it down hard.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little extra on that one.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Brown. Let's go. Rebounded by the Lakers. LeBron's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Doncic. Doncic going to work.
Doncic giving you the full package. Superstar for sure.
Here's Brown. Guarded by Doncic. Murray outside. Gordon kicks to Murray.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Lakers.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Doncic with it. Watson's there. Jokic with the steal.
In tight quarters, that can be a very awkward pass to make.
Murray kicks to Watson. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon with the finish. And here is James. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. From past the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound. And now, here comes Gordon, leading the break. And so the Lakers take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and
Grant, what? These teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot. 4 on the clock. Here's Brown. No good from outside. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Pass to Fox. There's the drive. Outside for Wembanyama. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Now let's find out what head coach David Adelman had to say. Allie LaForce.
We talked about his matchup against the highly touted Victor Wembanyama, and Coach told me Victor's combination of speed and size creates a lot of problems on both ends of the floor, so we've got to play a physical brand of basketball to just keep him out of rhythm. It'll be interesting to see how that affects him. VA?
Thanks for that, Allie. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing, dominating on the inside.
Denver's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Will stand perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And Brian, they don't let you forget it. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniforms, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver. Here's Jokic. And he drives in. No good on the shot. Wembanyama with some nice D. And it's a Spurs ball. It's tipped. Back to Fox. Wembanyama, screen on Murray. Outside Wembanyama. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. And he hits the jumper.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Here's Castle. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Right side Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Beautiful move there from Fox. His speed and handles are a lethal combination.
Murray against Fox. Here's Brown. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Fox left side. Pass to Castle. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. And so Jokic will bring it up for Denver. 4-point game. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that in Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman. Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Outside Wembanyama. From outside the arc. Jokic knocks it loose.
Yeah, timely swat attempt by Jokic. Nothing you can do about that as the shooter.
Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. Outside Watson. "35 seconds left in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Fox. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, Castle got out in transition and ends up getting trusted with finishing the fast break, which he does.
Murray scanning the floor. Jokic the screen. The drive by Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up the team.
Hey, nice work on tracking the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
Castle taking 3 shots.
And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. San Antonio on top, leading by 3. And back to the start of... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
And so in the game for the Spurs. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
Here's Castle. Out to Fox. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Jokic. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Brown. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Gordon with the big finish.
Oh, the crazy athleticism of Gordon. It makes him a great option in pick-and-roll action.
Tipped away. Outside Wembanyama. The big man, Wembanyama, sinks the 3.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Murray, no good.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Fox outside. Vassell outside. From outside, off the mark.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Left side, Watson. And here's Jokic. No points yet. Jokic muscles it down.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Fox for 3. Knocks down the long J. Fox has got 5. Will stand in this league. The opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. And here's Fox. Pass to Castle. And there's a 3-second violation.
Who's ball?
Nuggets trail by 8. Outside Murray. Driving to the basket. And it's Murray finishing it off.
You see the speed there. Love watching Murray go right towards the rim and convert.
Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success. What? Wait! Hey! Dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
That's his first personal.
And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers. And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. The drive by Murray. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first half. And the 3 off target. San Antonio leading by 11. Here's Castle, defended by Murray. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Yeah, this is where Castle likes to find his points, closer in to the hoop.
They need this. And he sinks the layup. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Fox surveying the D. Off target from 3-point range. He got it up. Oh, at the buzzer. He got it off in time.
That is an incredible shot.
Oh, what a miraculous.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Boy, it's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Michael Porter out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Zeke Naji. And it's Strother in a shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. 5 on the clock. Here's Champagnie. Off the mark there with a 3. Nuggets trail by 8. Stand one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter out here, too.
Good-looking guys.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Porter's shot is off. San Antonio leading by 6. Paul passes to Mamukelashvili. Here's Champagny. The kick out to Johnson. There's the three. On target from range. Johnson's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
I like Johnson's focus at the perimeter. He's pretty careful about when he shoots the three.
Here's Strother. Rips it home off a terrific move.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
Here's Champagny. No made baskets yet. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Spurs lead by 9. Here's Strother. Order a screen. Puts up a three. Strother no good. San Antonio's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Here's Champagny, pounded by Westbrook. Sohan outside. The kick out to Johnson. The three ball. Great D that time from Porter. Stan, when you talk to others about Keldon Johnson, one of the things you hear is that he's a natural leader.
Yeah, Brian, look, the intangibles with him are off the charts. This is a guy that got on the United States national team because of the kind of person and player he is. He leads by example every day.
That's just a pro move. CP3 with great timing and touch in the lane.
Pass to Najee. Now here's Westbrook. He's closely guarded. Driving inside, and then Westbrook slams it in.
Giving the crowd what they want. Westbrook leaps for the dunk with reckless abandon.
Outside Paul. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
Well, he consistently attacks the basket, and this is the perfect time to do it. They want to extend their lead before crunch time.
Saric, the pass to Porter. Clock at 6. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Porter's got 5 points.
Smart play there by Porter. Working his way inside to find a reliable, close-range look.
Paul looking over the floor. Pass to Mamukelashvili. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. These are his first free throws of the game. That one's off.
Shooting for San Antonio.
He hits the second from the line. Nuggets trail by 7. Westbrook outside. Saric outside. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Basket counts.
And since the break, both teams are increasing their intensity and really getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Here's Mamukelashvili. Three-pointer off the mark. Now Porter. And here's Saric for 3. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And we've reached the end of the third. Spurs out in front. They lead by 5. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. The Nuggets trail. So on the floor for San Antonio. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5 down low. Murray with it. Fox picks him up. Here's Brown. Oh, there's the alley. And Gordon with the big finish.
Oh, this is Gordon at his best. Flying through the air and hammering home alley-oops with a little style.
It's Fox with a drive. Oh, Fox with the flush off the drive.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket. Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Wembanyama finds Fox. Gordon with a steal. Jokic against Wembanyama. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Outside Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Fox, the pass to Vassell. Fox outside. Wembanyama screen. Fox outside. Pass to Wembanyama. In traffic, Wemby goes to work.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Murray inside. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Wembanyama screen. Lets a floater go. 3 on 3. Murray finds Jokic. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Releases. Rebound by San Antonio. Fox has got 4 rebounds in the game. Wembanyama up top. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Fox has got 4 assists now tonight.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Whoa, Aaron Gordon looking like he's in a slam dunk contest right there.
Wembanyama up top, covered by Jokic. Wembanyama against Jokic. Oh, Wembanyama making it look easy.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Jokic the screen. From downtown, nails it from 3.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Spurs lead by 4. Fox outside. Wembanyama screen. Rejected by Jokic. 1:11 left in the 4th. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
1:11 left in the 4th quarter. Oh, that's too easy for Jokic when he gets inside position.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
And Fox has got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Pass to Wembanyama. And he got the whistle on the way. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
All right, let's check in with Ali LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was telling his team. Confidence is what he's asking for right now. He said, quote, when it's close, we have to keep believing in ourselves, and if we don't think we can pull it out, we've already lost. So some strong words from Coach in the huddle. Back to you, Brian.
Great work, Ali. Thanks.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Out to Gordon. 4-3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Watson. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Fox. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Wembanyama screen. Fox goes in. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his second.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal. All but over now. Those free throws help seal the deal.
Jokic, the screen. Three-pointer. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama with it. And so it's San Antonio with the W. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on
One has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Fox is out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in its center. Outside, Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. Six on the shot clock. From outside, off the mark. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. Floats it up for James. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the out-of-this-world athleticism? LeBron can finish just about any alley-oop with authority.
Here's Castle. Wembanyama, a screen on Doncic. Doncic with the steal. Over to the wing. Finney Smith with it, and it's Vassell picking him up. James sets the screen for Doncic. Bangs home the trifecta.
And it's so hard to take away the three from Doncic. He needs very little space, and if you press up on him, he'll go right around you.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Pass to Hachimura. Hayes with the screen for Doncic. The three. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. San Antonio with the ball. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Right wing. Here's Castle. His three-pointers off the mark. Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. On the wing, Doncic. Pass to Finney Smith. Lets it go from deep. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Excellent addition to Rock. Luka with a nice feed.
Wembanyama outside. Here's Castle. Guarded by Doncic.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the lid's now off, guys. Maybe they can rattle off a few more in a quick order.
And Doncic throws it down.
From ultra close range, Doncic.
And so Fox will bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing here by 8. Launches it. The rebound by the Lakers. Outside, James. Doncic with a screen for LeBron. Shoots over Fox. Over in the corner, Doncic. Back to LeBron. Puts up a deep 3. Kept alive. And Hayes kicks to Doncic. LeBron right side. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
Castle. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Castle's got his second basket of the night.
That's a confident shot right there by the rookie. Castle wants to keep improving that part of his game.
Doncic against Vassell. Nice move. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And how
about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Here's Wembanyama, covered by Hayes. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Luka Doncic.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Doncic passes to James. Doncic with a screen for James. Banked in off the glass.
Look, the moment he gets it anywhere near the hoop, look, it is over. Just too much strength, too much touch, either hand.
Barnes outside. With 4 seconds on the clock, misses at the rim.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And that does it for the first quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
They've got Dorian Finney-Smith, Rui Hachimura out there with Jackson Hayes. And it's LeBron James, and it's Doncic in at the 1 spot. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Richard, you talk about the fastest players in the league. De'Aaron Fox is in the running. And I say that literally.
Kevin, he is at his best when he is attacking the lane. He's a lefty that is a tremendous finisher. And his floater, arguably, might be the best in the game.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talent, so you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is 1 of 1. Hey, thank you for the report. Now, here's Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to James. Over Castle. LeBron can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 6. A 3 from Wembanyama. San Antonio again missing. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Hayes dishes to James. James a screen on Vassell. Shot clock at 5. Here's Doncic. Impressive work inside from Doncic.
For creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Wembanyama with it. Hayes on him. To the left side wing. In a wide open look for Hachimura. Sinks the triple. And now it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. 4 on the shot clock. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention. Carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
And the Spurs making a change here. Amu Kelishvili is checked in, and LeBron throws it down.
With his athletic ability, LeBron drives with purpose. He wants to put the D in a difficult position whenever he gets the chance.
Here's Castle. He has 5. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Doncic looking it over. LeBron sets the screen for Doncic. Fox with the steal.
What a pass. What a slam. The rookie, Mr. Castle.
Los Angeles leading by 7. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15 and 56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Here's Mamu Kelishvili after Luka Doncic's bucket. 55 seconds left in the first half of the game. A three-pointer, no good. And it's Barnes with the ball for San Antonio. 9-point game. Ball stolen. Here we go. James heading to the hoop. And Hayes throws it down.
The selfless attitude of James. When someone on his team has a clean look, he feeds him.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. There's 37 seconds left here in the second. Here's Champagny into the lane. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Johnson.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And here's Doncic from the arc. A rebound by the Spurs. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Bassey. Great D that time from James.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Line for 1, Rui Hachimura. Substitution on the court.
Here's Reeves. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together.
The officials will have 2 minutes.
They're going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
20.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Johnson, and it's Bassey in at the 5 down low. Here's Len, and the dunk by Len.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
Ooh, the high-flying Keldon Johnson. Finish that alley-oop, young man.
Reeves outside. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Fires Fires from the corner, and there's another one for the Lakers.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Pass to Champagny. Stolen by Reeves. Fast break, the Lakers. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Three-pointer. From the arc. They get it back. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now, here's Kleba. Defense right on him. 5 to shoot. Launches a three. Good on the three-point shot. Reeves has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Vanderbilt with the steal.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
Lakers shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
At the line.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. The Lakers with the ball. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. You got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. I know Reeves has been accused of hunting fouls before. Richard, do you see that?
Oh, I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
Just 3 to shoot. Here's the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. And Maxi Kleba is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Hachimura is checked in for Vanderbilt. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleba. And it's LeBron in for Goodwin. Pass to Castle. And it's Vassell in the corner. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Finney-Smith kicks to LeBron. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. LeBron powering in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his first.
Them one on Castle.
That's a good drive by James, making sure to get the whistle but still getting the and one.
RJ last season, LeBron passed 40,000 career points. Do you think we'll ever see someone get even close to that number again?
Probably not, Kevin. Not in my lifetime. You have to understand, you're going to have to score 25 points a game for 20-plus seasons to even have a chance. LeBron, he's 1-1.
Los Angeles foul.
The Spurs have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
The size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got his 5th rebound in this one. All sorts of time. Reeves with the rebound.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot. LeBron passes to Finney-Smith.
James left side. Reeves with the screen for James. Over Castle. James, no good.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. LeBron's got 13 points.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a three-point basket.
Wembanyama outside. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a...
Here it is, fans.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Lakers leading by 16. LeBron James is out there with Doncic. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Hayes. And it's Hachimura in at the 4. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Doncic against Wembanyama. For 3. Oh, 3-ball. Wembanyama.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
LeBron a screen on Vassell. Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second.
You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
A 3 from Wembanyama, and again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Oh, Wembanyama, too easy.
So fluid off the bounce. Wembanyama.
Here's Doncic. Drops in the layup for 2. Doncic has got 6 in the quarter.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Wembanyama left side. Vassell outside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, man, what an incredible throwdown by the rookie Castle. Wow.
Doncic against Vassell. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
And so it's the Lakers with it. At one point, they led by 16. LeBron sets the screen for Doncic. Pass to James. It's stolen by Wembanyama.
And that's one of those tough areas to feed the basketball at times.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's Castle. Guarded by Doncic. Takes it inside.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity.
A rebound by the Spurs.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense. Maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Doncic with a screen for LeBron. And he drives in, and the dunk by LeBron.
For such a big dude, all he needs is just a little bit of daylight, and LeBron is going to be hanging on that rim.
Wembanyama outside. The three. The rebound by James. James has got his 5th rebound in this one. In the corner, Finney Smith with it. James sets the screen for Doncic. Off target with his 3.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Doncic with the steal. 1:16 left in the game. And it's Vassell with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
His 2nd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
1:14 left in the 4th quarter of this one. The 3 for Doncic. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
Their superior ball handling, 1 and 4.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Wembanyama. Count it from 12. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Up top, Doncic. Covered by Vassell. Doncic, no good. Here's Wembanyama. Covered by Hayes. Wembanyama outside. No good that time. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
Near the 3-point line, it's Doncic. And he drops that one in. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight.
heavy matchup like this.
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Denver Nuggets. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. Out to the right wing. Fires from deep. Knocks down the triple.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
And here's Doncic. James outside. Doncic with it. Checked by Gordon. 6 to shoot. James to the middle. Oh, it's stolen. Throws it up high. And Gordon with the big finish.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
Doncic outside from deep three-point land. They grab their own miss. Here's Hachimura. Soft touch off the glass.
Got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Clark, Hachimura has always been a monster with his strength. He knows how to use his frame.
He sure does, and he has an ample frame, B.A. And working out with LeBron during the summer and training certainly hasn't hurt him in that regard. He knows how to use his body, but he's also become a pretty reliable three-point shooter and all-around scorer.
Now here's Doncic.
Ready for takeoff. Doncic taking advantage of the opening.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. James against Murray. Unloads. Rebound, the Lakers.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Doncic passes to Hayes. And stolen by Jokic. It's stolen by James. It's James on the wing. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Murray, following the score by Los Angeles. Drops in the three.
Well, Murray absolutely has that range. He just needs to find the look he likes, and he'll knock it down.
Knocks it down from distance.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And it's Murray off the drive from 7 feet away. And another basket for Denver.
He's got a well-rounded game. Murray can score from just about anywhere. And the more points he gets inside, the more space he gets outside.
2 minutes remain in the first. 2 minutes.
Doncic right side. Out to James. Doncic outside. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
You know, if Luka wants the three-point shot, he just takes it. No hesitation.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
And he drives in, and Doncic hammers it home.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5. Pass to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. And no good. Some solid defense from Hayes. Ooh, poked away. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Here's Brown. 46 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Gordon. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 7. The three. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
A gifted scorer. Luka's going to find a way to get the shots up that he wants to take.
Here's Brown. Jokic with a screen on Doncic. From deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court for Denver. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Watson in at the 3, the small forward. Buries it down low. Watson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Doncic outside. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Denver in the lead. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Denver?
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Now here's Doncic. 10 points for him. It's James on the wing. To halt the run. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Now here's Jokic. He's got 5. Pulls it. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Pass to James. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Brown. Screen by Watson. Brown's shot is good. Brown's got 7. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
So it's Denver now, following the score by Los Angeles.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Screen by James. Oh, Doncic playing above the rim.
Luka Magic has been on display tonight. He is in full control, piling up points.
A minute 15 left in the first half. Murray scanning the floor. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 4-point game. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Doncic, so multifaceted, a stat sheet stuffer supreme. He does everything, including dropping dimes.
Here's Brown. He's got 9. Into the lane. Count that bucket. Brown's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 15. Here's James. That one doesn't drop. Excellent defense there from Watson. Denver leading by 4. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brown, guarded by Doncic. Pass to Gordon. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Doncic.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Both free throws good from Gordon. 8 seconds left to play in the first half. Doncic on the wing. Intercepted. And so it's the Denver Nuggets leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We'll be right back after this word. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Alex Len is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Goodwin in at the 2. That's the Laker 5. And booking for Vanderbilt.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Here's Strawther. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Lakers trail by 4. Left side Reeves. And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Reeves. Banked it in off the glass. Reeves has got his first points of the game.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
Here's Westbrook. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
Pass to Lynn. Vanderbilt against Šarić. Reeves with a screen on Šarić. Vanderbilt, the pass to Reeves. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here. A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
That's his first.
Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Porter from outside. The ball's knocked loose. Lakers trail by 5. Kleber outside. Takes it inside. There's a screen by Lynn. Reeves against Westbrook. Tipped. And they're able to recover. It's good on the putback. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Najee sets a screen. And the basket by Westbrook. Westbrook's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
Charge against Vanderbilt. Back to Reeves. There's a screen by Lynn. And a miss there on the triple. And so Porter will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Leading by 5. 1:43 left in the third. On the take, and then Porter with the dunk.
Fast break points are a lot about hustle, and Porter Jr. does not hold back in getting up and down the court.
Here's Reeves. Pass to Lynn. Back to Reeves. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Nuggets?
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Now here's Reeves. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Porter, following the score by the Lakers.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. There's a screen by Lynn. To the wing on the left. Back to Reeves. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Denver with a rebound. And here's the fast break. Here's Westbrook. It's deflected. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's Denver leading by 5.
It's the fourth.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Denver leading by 5. And Denver looking at who they've got to start the 4th. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3. The open shot, Jokic. Hachimura with a rebound.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Doncic. Hachimura outside. James outside. That one's good from Hachimura on the assist from James.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Denver's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Out to the wing. Jokic against James. Outside Watson. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute played. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
Defensive foul. Christian Ross.
And it's tied up with that one. And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, BA, and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it. executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find. Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Well, the Lakers shooting very well. 66% for the game and looking really strong. Screen by James. Doncic with it. Checked by Gordon. Here's James. LeBron, a smooth operator inside.
Well, that's exactly where LeBron wants to go. Almost unstoppable once he gets the ball in the painted area.
And it's James with the jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Love the defense from James. When he's engaged and focused, he can block some shots, folks.
Hachimura, the pass to James. Yes! He still got it! LeBron!
You know, when things get tight, he goes hard to the basket. That's a big-time hoop right there.
Here's Brown, guarded by Doncic. Brown passes to Jokic. Here's Brown. Back to Jokic. They still need this. And the dunk by Jokic.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possessions.
Now here's Doncic. Oh, Luka, like a bull in there.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game. Consider my doubts disappear.
And it's Murray finishing it off.
Jamal Murray really loves being the crunch time deliverer. This guy relishes the chance to make big hoops.
Now here's Doncic. Screen by James. And it's Doncic missing.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Murray against Hachimura. Outside Murray. Out to Gordon. 4 on the clock. Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Los Angeles ball.
Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 13-4 run. Doncic outside, and Peyton Watson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Hachimura, and it's slammed in by Hachimura.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Now here's Gordon. Good D by Finney Smith.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Oh, and the jam by James.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Offensive rebound. Jokic, good.
Nikola Jokic.
James goes in, and it's James with the jam. And so it's the Lakers with the W. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, now we have some. Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark.